All right, welcome back, YouTube. We're here in Van Nuys, California. You can see what we've got behind us. This is the infamous Cybertruck, and we're here with Elie from T-Sportline, and he's going to give us all the down low about what it took to make these tires and wheels fit on. We both have. I mean, both of these are Cyber Beasts. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay,
yes.
so these are the
Two
Cyber
Beasts today.
Is the fitment any different on the Cyber Beast?
Not at all.
Okay, perfect.
Fitment is the same.
So this will work on your dual motor and whenever they come out with that rear wheel drive version, right?
Correct.
Perfect. Okay. Now we've got a ton of questions. We're going to talk about wheels, tires, suspension heights, all that stuff. But first, let's get to know Elie a little bit and learn a little bit about T-Sportline. There's going to be a lot of us that aren't familiar with it. I only know what I can read on your website, so please indulge us.
Okay. So T-Sportline is celebrating its 11th year, and we were the world's first designer, manufacturer of aftermarket wheels, carbon fiber parts, and accessories for all models Tesla. And it started at the very early days of Tesla, back in late 2012, early 2013, when the Model S was just coming to market. Most people watching today probably don't even remember seeing or even knew what a Model S was, or let alone a Tesla back then. But we had the vision, and that's how it all started.
Okay. So what's your role in the company, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, no, my pleasure. I'm a co-founder of T-Sportline.
Okay.
Currently, my title is VP of Sales and Marketing, and very much involved on all the platforms that we represent today in the Tesla space and now in all other EVs.
Okay. And this location that we're at here in Van Nuys, is this your main location, or?
No, actually, today you guys are filming in our service center here in Van Nuys, California. This is where a lot of customizations happen. One-on-one interactions with owners from around the country. A lot of times people are shipping us their cars or trucks from outside of California to get kind of full builds done. However, while this does represent a small portion of our business model, and it is the most fun part of the whole business model, primarily, we do sell our products online to consumers around the world every single day. In Atlanta, Georgia, we also have a service center that services these types of things for our East Coast customers as well.
Okay, very good to know. Now, out of own personal curiosity, I pulled up, there's a lot of Cybertrucks here. Are people even taking delivery of them themselves, or are they just shipping them straight to you?
That's a great question. So Tesla has pretty strict rules and regulations about delivery of their all their vehicles, especially Cybertrucks. So the consumer actually has to be the one receiving it.
Okay.
And then they typically bring it straight to us.
Okay.
The Cybertruck is pretty cool, but nobody really wants to drive it in its plain, standard stainless steel, form. So they're coming straight to us for a lot of customizations.
Yeah, that's another thing that I noticed. All but one are already wrapped, and that one's probably going to be wrapped.
That's correct.
Now, the stainless steel is great, it's beautiful, but it does have its drawbacks,
yes,
if you will?
Definitely.
Yeah.
The stainless steel is cool, and I understand the vision behind why Tesla decided to go ahead and produce the vehicles that way. But the reality is, and everybody agrees online, it's a fingerprint magnet. And it is extremely hard to keep clean, and it's so frustrating. So the first thing that people are typically doing after changing their wheels and tires, which is what we're here about today, is also changing the color or doing something to keep the stainless steel look but provide for an easier cleanup.
So like a paint protection film kind of thing? Clear?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
PPF, paint protection film, is what's hot right now. That's all the buzz in the Cybertruck community. And with the advancement of this technology, we now offer a wide range of color change PPF. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to go with vinyl film. You could actually have that high quality PPF film, but also accomplish a color change.
So do you think maybe Tesla's listening and maybe they'll start offering these things in different paint colors? Do you think it's stainless and that's how you're going to get it, like old Model Ts?
Well,
any color you want if it's black.
Tesla validated this whole color change PPF idea because they actually offer it direct to consumer as well in certain states.
Okay.
So, and limitation in colors. At T-Sportline, we have well over 200 colors to choose from. And that's a lot. So, you pick your favorite shade of, red, blues, grays, pinks, yellows, greens. We probably have a handful of different shades and variations of that. So Tesla offers it. It's a little expensive with Tesla, but they validated that this is a really good thing to do to your Cybertruck, is to do a color change PPF.
Okay, all right, well, good to know. Again, Cybertruck, not gonna lie, I didn't know a whole lot about these things coming in here. I had to do my own research, watch videos online so I understand, you know, what we got going on here and features and everything to talk about. And we could do a huge deep dive into the vehicle itself and all of the little cool, fancy things that it does. But we're really here to talk about wheels and tires.
Absolutely.
So again, T-Sportline, they've got their Cybertruck specific wheel and tire packages that they sell direct to consumer through their website.
Correct.
And we've got a couple of setups today, which is great because that means the consumer can then kind of look and see what they like best. Right now, we're looking at a 20-inch wheel fitment. What do you call this wheel?
So this is our brand new, fully forged CT10 wheel. CT stands for Cybertruck, 10 representing the 10 design element windows that are on this full-faced wheel. This could also be considered a monoblock wheel. This is a modern take on some of the older classic monoblock wheels that we used to see from Mercedes and AMG and Rolls-Royce, and that's where a lot of our inspiration came from. But we wanted to give it that Cybertruck look and make sure that it is appropriate. So this is a brand new wheel. It is fully forged. That's of the highest quality when you manufacture a wheel.
Yeah.
And it fits perfect with your tires and on the Cybertruck.
Okay, so I know we're looking at a 20-inch wheel.
Yep.
And the width is?
20 by 9.
Okay, so we got a 20 by 9 and a LT285 65R20 Wildpeak A T4W tire. This is a load range E, so it meets all the load requirements of the Cybertruck. We know this is a heavy vehicle. Do you know the GVWR?
So the GVWR is about 9,169 pounds, just under 9,200 pounds.
Okay.
So definitely heavy.
And for those that don't know, that's gross vehicle weight rating. So that's the weight of the vehicle, that's the weight of your passengers, that's the weight of whatever cargo you've got in the bed of the Cybertruck. So these
Loaded.
Loaded, yeah, fully loaded, like
Fully loaded.
to the gills. So these tires are fully capable of handling that. Now, this is the equivalent of the stock size tire?
That is correct.
Okay.
So the Cybertruck comes with a 20-inch wheel and tire. It is a Goodyear tire. That tire, I believe, was custom designed by Goodyear for Tesla, for the Cybertruck. Not the most visually appealing tire, to be honest. There was a design element there with their aero covers, but they had some challenges with that. Nobody really cares for it. And we're really happy to partner with Falken to go ahead and have a better tire. Because, you know, as a consumer, you need to have options. You want something that's better than stock and OE. And this particular tire is definitely an improvement over the stock 20-inch Goodyear tire, and definitely one that we recommend.
So that stock tire, is that considered an all-terrain? Or is it more like a rugged terrain? We were attempting to look up some specs on the tire, the stock tire.
Right.
But we do know that it's not, you know, severe snow rated, right?
Correct, it is not.
It doesn't have as deep of a tread depth.
Correct.
So overall, you're just getting a much more aggressive all-terrain package with the Wildpeak A T4W. And in some sizes, it actually has the Duraspec sidewall, and we can see that when we float around to the other side and look at the 18.
Yeah.
But that's not applicable to this 20-inch size. But what that would do is offer more durability for off-road purposes. Okay, so this is going to be a load range E, which is the equivalent of a 10-ply tire.
Okay.
Now, that doesn't mean the tire actually has 10 plies. That goes back to like a bias ply kind of tire rating. So what this does, it actually has a 2-ply sidewall and has what we call high ply turn-up. So it rolls that sidewall ply up a little bit more and provides even more protection in the sidewall.
Got it.
It's technically just 2 plies, but it does end
Okay.
up folding over and doubling the size of that one. So that's the 20-inch tire.
Okay.
And we're looking at it in what suspension height mode is this?
So right now the truck is in entry-level suspension height. This is a setting that you can manually select at lower speeds or also set as a default when you put the vehicle into park. This provides for a very easy ingress, egress, getting in and out of the Cybertruck. So it's currently in its lowest mode, known as entry mode.
But you put it in drive and it lifts up a little bit?
Correct. So once you you put it in drive and you pick up speed, now you have access to multiple air suspension ride heights, all the way up until high mode.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And so then what does one normally drive around in? You know, daily driving.
Standard ride height is pretty much, you know, your default.
But even in this entry mode, you're still not getting any rubbing.
No, none whatsoever. You know, one of the things that T-Sportline prides itself on is, you know, we want all models Tesla Cybertrucks to look amazing. And the first thing that consumers do is change the tires, change the wheels, because that's instant gratification. You make improvements visually and performance, especially with the tire. But one thing that, like I said, we pride ourselves on is that we're not going to compromise the ride quality or adversely affect the vehicle. So rubbing is not even an option here at T-Sportline. If it rubs, it's a no-go. We're not going to manufacture or design a wheel that will make that happen. We're not going to put a tire on there that's not load rated or is going to rub. Doesn't matter how cool it looks. That's not how we operate here at T-Sportline. Yeah.
Okay, so we're sitting at entry ride height, and it looks good, right?
Yeah.
How does it look when you put it up into your normal setting or even your high setting when you're driving around?
Well, first of all, Tesla, as always, makes things very easy for the consumer. So let me show you how quickly you can go ahead and adjust these ride heights and how easy it is.
Okay.
Okay, so we're in entry mode now. We're going to move up to low mode, which just kind of raises it up a little bit. This is typically the ride height that you'll be driving in. However, you could also drive very easily in medium. And then high mode. Now, high mode will drive and maintain at speeds under 25 miles per hour.
So once you hit 25, it's going to come back down to medium.
Yes.
Will it go back up to high when you drop below 25?
You would have to select it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
You would have to select it.
But as we can see, I mean, it still looks good. You see, obviously, there's more open wheel well. You can see some of the suspension components a little bit more, but I think fitment-wise, you know, even at going from that entry level up to high now, still looks great.
Now let me show you something cool. Let's go into off-road extract mode.
Okay.
So now we're at high mode. The truck is getting prepared to go into off-road mode. So where before we were capped at high, now we can go to very high. That's the next tier up. Okay, so now we're in very high mode.
Okay.
One more tier.
All right.
Extract mode. This is when you're really going off-road. There we go. That's a 16-inch lift.
So that's 16 inches of ground clearance, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. No, I mean, that's impressive and on the go. Now, you did say that extract mode is limited to 10 miles per hour, correct?
Correct.
And then I was watching one of Tesla's off-road videos on the Cybertruck, and while you can off-road in this mode, it's not necessarily recommended because of the stiffness of the suspension. So I think they call this extract mode because this is like an extreme use case scenario.
Right.
Whereas they recommend like high or very high for most of the off-roading.
Correct.
Most off-roading
This is like an extreme scenario where you really need this clearance to maneuver or get out of a situation or a position you might be in.
Right. So when you open the door, is it going to drop down or is it going to stay like this?
I'm just going to try not to fall out.
No steps for it yet, huh? I guess because most of the time it just lowers itself.
Coming soon.
Okay, coming soon.